Oscar Pistorius endured a brutal 7-day session on the witness stand that included 5 days of fierce cross-examination. Millions around the world consumed his every word, and it allowed viewers to come to their own conclusions as to what happened on that tragic night when Pistorius shot and killed Reeva Steenkamp. One of the notable aspects of Pistorius' evidence was the way he verbally sparred with lead prosecutor Gerry Nel. But that was possibly a dangerous line for him to take.
The best way to answer in court is to just be frank. And the mistake that Oscar's making is he doesn't realize the more he says, the more questions he's opening himself to. The prosecutor already knows where he's going. He's anticipated how Oscar's going to answer. He's sized him up already. And so as Oscar tries to show himself to be cleverer than the prosecutor, he's actually falling into the very trap that the prosecutor's laying for him.
Dr. van Niekerk is a specialised sports psychologist. He feels the reason for Pistorius' battles with Nel can be explained by his background as an elite athlete.
He's a sports person, so he knows the sport contest very, very well. He's been competing for almost the most part of his life. So all his skills and everything he knows about life and how life works and how to conduct himself in situations will be learned on the sport field. So I'm not surprised, that he's going into combat mode. In that sense, he is now picking a fight. He wants to dominate this process. He hates submission. Psychologically, he is fighting for his life.
Some observers have questioned Pistorius' authenticity in court. Why is he able to remember certain aspects of the evening and not others? Why are some of his replies long-winded or delayed? But van Niekerk feels that is again down to his sporting background.
He is now focusing on the outcome of this event. For athletes, that's not good. If you focus on your outcome goals all the time, your mind is not in the moment. Your mind tends to leave to the end of the event. That will make you anxious. That will chip away your confidence. It will also become a distraction from what you should be focusing on, because your mind leaves the here and now and you start worrying about the end.
Pistorius' emotional state has also been the subject of much debate. The athlete broke down in floods of tears when graphic images of the bloodied scene were shown in court.
I don't know how long I was there for.
Nel told the court that Pistorius was using his emotional state to escape answering his questions, but that may turn out to be wide of the mark.
The breaking down is also part of experiencing a traumatic event. And every time there's a graphic detail or there is talk about that moment where he works with her, it reminds him, it triggers that event that he was in. It recreates that emotional experience for him. So it's very difficult to judge because we don't have access to the mind of the person to say what it is. But the breaking down I can see is every time there when there's a trigger effect for the post-traumatic stress.
But of course, in the end, the only opinions that will matter will be that of Judge Masipa and her 2 assessors. It'll be up to them to determine Oscar Pistorius' authenticity and then to decide his fate. Dan Williams, CCTV, Pretoria.